always followed me everywhere. Patricia, my sister from home, my from my country, Miss Tweet. Thank you very much. You have worked hard to circulate most of the things. I thank you very much. I owe you. Most of you have done very well. Gloria.
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's hear the voice of a lady.
Hello, doctor. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's good to see you again for a very long time.
Yes, I have been on the subject from 6 years ago. You remember me?
Yeah, I do. Even Simon as Maznam Kanu and all of that. But where have you been? I mean, after Maznam Kanu kidnapped, I
No,
haven't heard about you.
I have been around. I struggled. I continued struggling, filing applications. I didn't know what
Oh,
the mercenaries had done. So for me, I've remained here and constantly campaigning to make sure that
mm,
he's released. I've never given up, and I'll not
okay.
give up to
All
today.
right. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. My greeting to everyone in the house. God bless everyone. I know I came late, almost towards the end of the program, but I just want to ask a quick. I know a lot of people have spoken here, and many have said, I mean, given their notion, and they have actually said it all. Issue with Nigeria is something that you have to make sure that you're very strong before you begin the conversation, because it's sometimes when I remember things going on in that country, it kind of upsets my stomach. It make me have a running stomach. So I don't understand how Nigerian government have this kind of military, this kind of entrant troop they sent to the southeast. But Boko Haram, actually, why are we calling them Boko Haram? Because they are all the Fulani terrorists. They kidnapping on a daily basis. They attack the train station in the north. They attack the airport, where they shut down airport. Nobody could use air to travel. People turned because they couldn't. There was no plane to fly with. They have to go through the train station, and they were all burned. They could not send all this military they sent to the southeast to rescue these people. We lost a special doctor during that incident. We lost potential people, prominent people during that attack, that train station attack. And as a result, pregnant women were adopted. Pregnant women gave birth in the forest, in the hands of their adopters. What is and what upsets me most is why the world are not seeing this. Why the world are not talking? Why did they want the entire Biafra to be wiped away? This is what they did in 1967, where the world joined the Britain, collaborated with the Nigeria government. They killed us and stabbed our children. During that time, there was no data. Now we have that data that can record number of things that are happening. But as of even that time, they were able to record that over 3 million kids were littered everywhere due to starvation. And when you add other adults that were added together with the youth and all of that, making up to like 5 million, according to the research. And then when the war was over, then the youth gathered to welcome the military in Asaba without no arm, nothing, just a peaceful welcoming. Peaceful, peaceful. Nigerian army, Nigerian government opened fire on these innocent people. All is happening in the southeast, so in Biafra land. Killed many, massacred. It was called Asaba massacre. That is the topic or the headline. If you put it on the Google, that if you type Asaba massacre, that's what you're gonna see. The story, even my grandfather told me. He said that the blood, all the water, all the waters surrounding everywhere was undrinkable because of the blood, the flow of the blood, innocent people. Now, that killing haven't stopped yet. They are killing us even since Buhari entered 2015. Southeast used to be the most peaceful area, most peaceful state. If you had issue in the north, the next place for you to be safe is to just travel to the southeast, have your peace, and come back home. You can go back either Lagos or anywhere. But if you think about peace, southeast used to be the most peaceful. Most peaceful. You can travel home, you can come back home 10 o'clock in the night, you don't have problem. And I'm a living witness because I studied in Nnamdi Azikiwe University. So most times when I want to go home, sometimes, because of bus and all of that, I see myself coming back home, almost 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I'm peaceful. You're not scared of anybody kidnapping you. You're not scared of anybody raping you. You're not scared of Fulani killing you. You're not scared of anything until Buhari came in power, 2015. What are we saying? They are talking about the election. I don't understand what is wrong with our people, for God's sake. You're talking about our election. We have voted and voted for how old am I now? I've been voting and voting. Nigeria have been the same. There's nothing changing. The worst part of it is that we voted in Imo State. We had our voice. We choose our person. But no, he won. What happened? Buhari used the Supreme Court, removed our choice. So said they want to vote on Saturday, right? Now they're going to put their choice, who they want. It was not so. Person who comes first, if it's in academic sector, you're gonna say, okay, distinction or first class. Somebody who came first became, they have to make the person that came first a fourth and put the person who came fourth, who was the last. Like, if you're going to score in academic set, you're going to score it like this person did not pass anything, so it's 0. The person scored 0, fourth position. They have to make the person governor. Since Hope Uzodinma became governor in Imo State has been bleeding. What is wrong with you people in the southeast that want to vote? What is wrong with you? Where is your brain? Where did your brain go to? Did you use your brain to do a suya? Wake up, guys. This is for future. Calculate how many years you are today. You have been voting for ages. What have changed? We're talking about your future, which is your children. It's not even you, because your own generation is almost going. We're talking about your children. What are they going to become in the future? We voted in Imo State. They removed somebody who won. And they put somebody who did not make an attempt at all. Today, Imo State has turned to a burial ground. 200 people were set ablaze. The next morning, they told us that it was a what they call it, oh, somebody help me.
Government.
No. They said it was oil bunky or something like that. You remember the 200? You remember the 200
Yes.
people? 200 people that were set ablaze, right? They burned them.
Yes.
Yes.
Bunkering.
Yes, they label it. It was a bunking, and it was not true, because what was happening that time was, it was, I think, 2022 or 2021. That was after Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped.
It was in Oguta in 2022. Oguta.
Yes. So what they do, doctor, what they do is military go into people's home. Okay, they go into people's home when people are sleeping. They go break into people's home one by one, and they will be kidnapping them. So when they kidnapped enough, for God's sake, they gather these people in one place and burn them alive. I'm telling you, whenever I remember this, I deny. I lose my appetite immediately. They were set ablaze. They were burned alive. These people were still alive. They burned. Hope of them burned them alive. The next morning, fire was still burning. You can still see fire. Fire still on. You can see smoke and everything. And they named it a bunkie. Now, if it was whatever they named it, how did it happen? Why was it? There's no sign or whatsoever. Nothing. This just died just like that. These are human beings born by somebody. A mother carried them 9 months. We're not even going too far. I'm just going to select the ones that will be still be fresh to people will still remember. We're not talking about the one that people will be thinking, and when did it happen? What about the 14 young youth that went for wedding? They were coming back from their brother's wedding, going back home. It's the same story I'm talking about when
So Gloria.
Yes, sir.
Gloria.
Yes, sir.
In your analysis,
yeah,
the voter apathy will be a factor.
Gloria. Can you repeat that? Oh, there's echo.
I am saying, Gloria, in your analysis, tomorrow's elections, there will be a voter apathy.
Yeah.
Because of the bad treatment, the human rights abuses, the killings, the slaughter, the Boko Haram, the corruption, the scarcity of money, the voter apathy, the percentage will be high. Now I want to ask you, Gloria, out of this so-called sham election, that what you have called sham, I am just speaking your words and the words of so many people here. What do you think? How many people do you think will vote by tomorrow, Monday? Just give a guess.
Okay. So, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, 90% of Biafrans will be sitting at home because we're tired. 10%, or let's say, will go out. They want to try. Okay, they want to undermine whatever that we are put out there. They want to try. And that's the people that are making noise on the social media. If actually they even are home, because a lot of them are abroad. But let's just say they are home. So these are the ones that are going to go out. But the majority will sit at home because we are tired. People are tired. Doctor, people are tired. You cannot have yourself being killed and being forced and being treated inhuman, being subjected to all manner of treatments, tortured. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and he was tortured for 8 days, and with all the shenanigan that was going on, at the end of the day, the court discharged him. At the end of the day, they still holding him. How can it be a election when Nnamdi Kanu is dying inside wherever they put him? How does that work? How does that work? Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of he's the voice of the 80 million people. Let me put it that way. 80 million Biafrans. He is the voice that speaks for them. These people that you see shouting today, that tomorrow now all of them want to go out to vote, well, 10% I can say. These are the people that was telling Nnamdi Kanu, we stand by you. Oh, Hamadike, we are with you. Today, what's happening? But like I said, 90% will be sitting down. I've seen a lot of videos. People are not coming out. People are tired. I don't know the word. I'm trying to find a word to quantify what I want to say. Like, we are done. Like, you're tired.
Lost you there.
We can actually hear Gloria from the studio. Look, it's your connection. Thank you so much, Gloria. Goodman, could you mute your device? Thank you. All right, I think you're having a bit of a network issue there from Dr. Matanga's side.
Miriam, it is not right. I think the entire, ladies and gentlemen, the entire system has corroded right from, I think, the sources that we don't, but we are coming to the end of the show anyway. That's very well, Gloria. Thank you very much. We shall have another show on Monday at 9:15 p.m. night when the flowing in. Our system is being broke time with the numbers go up, they bring it, they cut it. So we don't want to spoil what we have said. The message is clear. The system is recorded. This is the second platform they have tried to destroy today. So here we are. We wish you a very happy weekend. We thank you that we shall be interacting like this every Friday. Those who have spoken, those who will not be able to speak, you have written some of your good messages. We thank you very much. Keep the struggle going. And I don't know, let me see whether I can bring in one final lady. Men, you don't complain much. Miss Street, can you speak now? I've given you the microphone. Miss Street, can you speak now?
The network coverage happened to be very fabulous. Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. Good morning, Doctor. Good morning, everyone who have made contributions on this space. I joined quite late, but I'm glad, yes, that it's still on. So many of our submissions here are coming from a very emotional and very pained, traumatic place, and I totally understand. But it's wise to say that Nigerian problem is many faced. Yes, Nigeria is because Nigeria was never created in the interest of Nigerians. It was created to create division, and from that division, those who created Nigeria will benefit from it. The Nigerian constitution actually is the source and the basics of the problem, besides the fact that different people from different um, um, belief system, ethnic groups were amalgamated together. Nigerian constitution was produced in a way that it favors the colonialists, right? Because it was designed to create issues, long term and short term, where some groups feel marginalized above others, and this is what is happening today. Until tomorrow, it will continue to happen, except the constitution is being reviewed. And then, speaking about referendum is now the Biafra, the independent people of Biafra are not the only one who are actually seeking for freedom, because everybody is tired of this mess. It's a shitty situation where for decades, years and years, we keep seeing the same buhaha, and it's like a circle, it's like a roller coaster. You start from point A, you go back to point A. So also the Yorubas are, agitating for their freedom. They're agitating for their freedom. Yes, in speaking about the Biafra, you see, the move to for the Igbos to go their separate way. I mean, the Biafra movement itself is a good cause. Is a fantastic cause. I mean, if you've tried one thing, if you keep trying something, hoping on something to give you different result, and it keeps giving you the same result, I think you should try it another way. So um, Biafra is a good cause, and because Nigeria is too vast, not just vast, we are separated by so many things. There are people, I don't want to mention the ethnic groups, but when these people behave, you know that they belong to the bush, they belong to the forest. The way they think, the way they consider every other person around them, the way they, I mean, but I don't want to go into that. While Biafra have a good cause, and I believe in Biafra, there is also so many aspects to Biafra. It is so many groups have taken advantage of the movement, and they are using it to create chaos. The Igbo land is like is it could be likened to a complex battlefield. I mean, there is so much happening there. It's the killings there is very complex. Now we have other groups, selfish group, trying to undermine the truth behind Biafra, trying to make Biafra a terrorist organization. I've said this in, I mean, the space we had, I think, last some days ago, that there are so many selfish groups in the Igbo land who are seizing this opportunity to make money for themselves in terms of kidnapping, in terms of manslaughter, in terms of um, all heinous crime you can think of. And then we also have terrorism financing, terrorism financing taking place in the capacity of unknown gunmen having, I mean, as they are called, some of them are usually Fulani groups who have been uh, who have infiltrated the Igbo land to create havoc. Then we have the unknown gunmen. We have it's a mess. So sometimes, so most times rather, when reports coming from Biafra is showing, Biafra land is showing, brutality, how people were being slaughtered, or how people are being murdered. Most of these attacks are now labeled as the activities of the independent people of Biafra, which is not entirely true. So now, why is the Nigerian government not yielding to referendum demand by this different agitation? It is simply because the system keeps favoring them. They are getting revenue. They're getting resources from the east. Is the land of the rising sun is blessed until tomorrow it will be blessed. We are one of the blessed region in Nigeria. Now, why? Okay, because our resources are, they are easily seen and very easy to have, harness. And then because as being a federal republic, they have access to these things, and they believe that if they lose these things, they would not strive. You understand? They would not strive. I'm sure that if we the Igbos are located probably in the north, probably we have our territorial map in the north or somewhere in the Yoruba land. They will hurriedly give us this because nobody is interested in a desert land. Nobody is interested in an empty space. But while I say this, it is also not. It is also important that we remember that even in the Hausa land and the Yoruba land, there are different resources too. It doesn't have to be crude. There are places where gold have been seen, and as wicked and selfish as, I mean, I keep saying it. The problem with Nigeria is many faced. As selfish and as greedy as this people are, they keep those resources to themselves and use it to enrich themselves. Why the resources from the east is used, generically. So while our agitation is on the referendum, I don't know because I don't know how possible it will be. We can only keep agitating, and so many lives have been lost in this struggle, but for how long? For how long? What I think, please, dear fans in the house, do not crucify me, I beg you. Please, what I think is that okay, yes. So on the election, it's not a lie when many people have said on this platform that our elections are not credible. Nigerian elections have been mined by unfairness, intimidation, and what have you. Election in this country is, there's a popular singer, he said election is wayo wayo. Wayo wayo simply means it's a selection process. It's characterized by um lies and deceits. So in the interest of that, the federal government recently, and I'm really surprised at the recent policies that are being made by the federal government. It seems they really know what the problem is. They know how to go about it, but they would rather not do it. So right now, like I said, this Nigeria was created for a particular ethnic group, not in the favor of the rest. So because they believe that a particular party representing a particular ethnic group is most likely to win the election, now they are setting in place different uh, um, um, strategies to ensure that these elections, to the best of their ability, becomes credible. In the vein of like the beavers is an electronic system of voting where accredited voters will be voted, and there won't be issues of multiplicity of thumb printing and all of that. Yes, and also I could also relate when people here say that this election will be another selection because the justice system is in shambles. The justice system is in shambles in the sense that an election is being conducted, right? And let's say party ABC is proven to have attained 75% of the total votes, while party XYZ has attained 25. Party ABC will be made winner. He would be sworn in as the winner of the election. And before you know what's that, 2 months, 3 months, there is court, there are court cases. We do not agree, we are aggrieved, we think we've been cheated, and something that is a clear that is as clear as the light of day will turn to darkness. And in the twinkle of an eye, that person who have legitimately won that political office will be taken back, and the loser will be pronounced winner. It happened in Imo State. Yes, it happened in Imo State and some other states. Even recently, Osun State, the case with the PDP and the APC. Yeah. So while I've mentioned that, now the concerns about mobilization of the military, I think why that might seem like an intimidation move to an extent is the mobilization, it will be in the best interest of um, Nigerians who still believe that their vote counts, because previous information gathered have shown that a certain political party is determined to um, boycott this election by hook or crook. They are ready. They call it a bloody affair. They are ready to kill. They are ready to intimidate, and yes, worst case scenario, kill anyone who would. I mean, okay. For example, let me take for example. Um, we got a report from the local government around my end, saying that we should, every landlord association should submit the voters card, of each members. And we felt so many people did that, and it's still the same political party that have, I hope I'm not taking too long. Sorry, I'm going to land soon. The same political party who have been known to cause havoc, and why the federal government is mobilizing the military. So the mobilization of the military will essentially instill discipline, will prevent touts, hoodlums that have been slated to cause havoc on the said election day. I mean, the reports, the press briefing of 2 or 3 days ago stated categorically that the military will not tolerate any sort of insubordination from anyone who will try to undermine the free and fair conduct of this February 2023 elections. Now, another concern is why we think that our vote will not count, why we think there is a selection. I already explained before. Now a more there is a more accurate and transparent process in voting. Through that's the beavers introduction of the beavers electronic voting. And also, this political party have come to the realization that it will become very difficult for the truth to be hidden this time. That is why you see them in large quantity. They are bribing, they are lobbying, they are rallying, they are trying to appease people with food stuff, because people are hungry, people are starving. They are trying to appease people with food stuff. They're trying to bribe people with money, and we can see there are so many proofs, all over the media about this. So they know that to a large extent, our vote will count this time. Now, for the Biafra stuff again, I don't want to really raise, but most times those who are agitating mostly are mounting pressure are in diaspora. They're not even in the Igbo land. You get, yes, you might have relation in the Igbo land. You might have relation in the Igbo land, but many of them are in diaspora. A lot is going. I have brothers and sisters. I have okay, I don't want to thrive into that. I'm already getting so many thumbs down. So, but that's the truth. That remains the truth. In as much as there might be uh, um, a negative reaction to this, most of the people who are pushing for this have established themselves out of the shores of the Igbo land. And then people who
I
have
am
stayed,
here in Nigeria.
please don't interrupt, my dear. So, and many of the people who are left to face this menace, a lot of them, especially those who are still wallowing in poverty, and every havoc, that every negative implication to this havoc are in the Igbo land. They are feeling the pain most. You get. So so I'm thinking, I feel, why not we Igbos, we've been crying, we've been marginalized, we've been pained, we've been pushing for a referendum, is not forthcoming. Why not we seize this opportunity, since there is an Igbo representative in the contesting for the presidency? Why don't we mobilize, join him? Because I mean, there's a greater possibility of him of emerging a number of the man context, we all know him to be someone who is very very someone who is very very decisive. What have we considered the possibility of him releasing Nnamdi Kalu when he gets into office, and then reviewing the constitution? I mean, through the legislation, reviewing the constitution, so so it favors us, and then granting us a referendum. Yes. So we keep agitating, yet there is no result. Since we've been doing the same thing over and over again, and yet more and more pain is being caused, more and more is not forthcoming. Why not we just try this and see how it goes? What do we lose? We stand to lose nothing. And we stand to, yes, we stand to lose nothing if we try this other way. Thank you so much, Dr. Masanga. Thank you so much for this space. It's something that I really enjoy, and I wish there could be so much spaces like this where issues of interest to we as citizens of, or as people of certain identity, and then and also as of Africa, can collaborate and discuss matters that affect us. It will be very great. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody contributing on the space. Please don't be upset with me. I can see so many I could see so many thumbs down, and reactions. But all the same, God bless Nigeria. God bless the Biafra land, and I pray that all we've been aspiring for, all we've been hoping for, that we're going to get it, but we're not going to get it through manslaughter. We're not going to get it from a violence with a violence, but by the grace of God, we'll get it through peace. Amen.
All right. Thank you so much, Gloria. Doc, back to you.
Sorry, not Gloria, Tweet. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Sorry for that. Doc, back to you as we conclude the show. All right, we seem to be experiencing a bit of a technical hitch and a connection problem from Dr. Matanga's side. I don't know if he can hear me, but he's the one who can. Doc, can you hear me? We seem to be experiencing a bit of a technical hitch and a connection.
While you wait for him, why don't you let Gloria speak?
All right, I guess he's not. I see a lot of hands, and I think before we left the other conversation, Justice, you were making a point, but we were just winding up.
Oh, okay, let me just round up in 2 minutes. Thank you. Before the other space closed down, what I want to ask the Western world, American and Europe.
Okay, as we wait for
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to ask America and people like Britain and Europe, the three contenders, the three front runner of Nigeria election, they are promoting. I want to ask them, can they employ them as a security guard in their office? Because I live in America. Before you can get a job, that's what is called running someone a background check to know his past, to know if he's a felony or he have participated in any crime. But the whole contender, the three front runner we have in this election, if you go and check their background, they all have criminal record in their back. And if it is in America, they can't even hold they can't even be a driver or a security guard. But they are promoting election in Nigeria, knowing that these people have this article, have a record of criminality in America. Tinubu have a record of drug dealing in America, the same America. Peter Obi have a tax heaven case in Pandora Papers. Today, all of us know all these things are on record, which is against the law of Nigeria. But the West closed their eyes on this and want us to go an election to elect these people so that by tomorrow, if these people don't want to do their bidding, they will be able to hold them on those charges. And then they will force them to do what will not favor any of us. We have been voting since 24 years now. A child that is 24 years now is about to get married. For 24 years, no electricity. For over 62 years, no hospital. Is it not time? And I'm rounding up with this quote from one of our greatest, Jim Odumegwu. He said, "We have done everything to leave this country that was prepared and handed over to us by Britain. We have even gone to civil war. We kill our own people. Why can't we go back on the foundation upon this nation was built? Why can't we go back and remove the chain of the colonial master upon our neck, which is the problem of Nigeria? Nigeria problem is not leadership, it's not election. All we need now for people to come and decide by referendum if they want to be part of Nigeria. Britain left European Union with only 3% of their people agreeing to leave the European Union. Go and check the result of their referendum. It's like 49 over 51. It's not up to 3% that agree that they're going to leave European Union, but they left because they are white, we are black. Why can't we have that kind of opportunity? It's hard time Africans and Nigeria begin to think, knowing fully well that this election is not going to give us peace. Only the hate that is going on with this election show you that this election is not going to give you peace. It's not going to give you progress. We are divided more. And it's hard time we separate this hate. Let everybody go and answer his father's name. Thank you very much.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, Miriam, do you hear me? Miriam? Co-host, are you hearing me? Co-host? Okay, thank
we
you
are having
very
a
much.
bit of a technical hitch from this side.
Yes,
So
it has, because of the huge numbers.
hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Numbers, because of the
We are having a bit of a technical hitch from this side.
Yes, it does, because. Are you hearing me now? Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, all of you, for your contribution. Our time and our satellite seem to be.
Yeah, but there seems to be a problem from my side. So
yes, there seems to be a big problem, and our satellite has been compromised by, of course, the DSS, but we have managed to do what we can say, and we shall continue to say our rights and say what we must say all the time. This is an African election, and this African election, every African is looking at it, everything, what will come out. but there are obstacles that will cause apathy. Insecurity in the north, in the southeast, human rights abuses, beating and killing people, sending the army to destroy everything, killing its own people. Corruption that is very rampant, scarcity of goods, of money, electricity, power. All African countries have developed. My own country, Uganda, almost everybody in the villages has power. Yes, we have a man who might not have given us the freedom of politics. We don't have the good politics of democracy, but we have it. We have electricity. My mom at 90 years old is seeing a TV as I speak right now. She's hearing me from London, where I am. That is what we call development. At least 3/4 of the country should have power. Nigeria is a state with 241 waterfalls, equivalent to to Victoria Falls. But Nigeria lacks power. There's no power. There's blackout. There are generators. Generators are being bought from Dubai. If you go on a plane with my Nigerian friends, if that plane opens, you'll see how many generators they get from Dubai through Kenya Airways, like all chartered planes. Surely, there is power. There are electrical. You can make hydro power stations. People eat the money. Corruption has killed this country. Every time I open up to talk about Africa, I lessen my time on planet Earth. I make my time go slow out of bad things that I speak about Africa, Congo, Uganda, Central African Republic, Libya, African Union. You know, you can see how they handle their things. IMF, World Bank, Zimbabwe, Mozambique. I am always reducing my age and my time on this planet because of my struggle for the better Africa. But I will not tire. I will not be tired. I will not be cowed. I will not be intimidated. I will speak. Buhari, if you finish this term, don't try to come to London because we have filed papers waiting for you. I am glad you have heard. You now fly towards Saudi Arabia. But if you think you'll come to Charing Cross and enjoy the hospitality of United Kingdom in Charing Cross Hospital, where you usually go, you'll be on handcuffs on that bed. I promise you, we shall fight up to the end. You better release that young man. You better give a chance to the younger man to say what they want, what people want. Nigerian problems cannot be solved by military, by force, by killing people. Nigeria's problems are political solution. We need a political solution. Yes, a political solution for the people of this great country. If you want them to be together, give them a referendum. They have been looking for a referendum which is enshrined in the United Nations conventions. That if people don't want to be where they are, they decide and make a referendum that can reflect 40% of the population. If they say yes, they vote, they go away. We have had countries in Africa that have gone away. We have got Eritrea. Eritrea went away from Ethiopia. We have got South Sudan, went away. Why should you behave like Morocco that has occupied the Western Sahara and are killing the Saharis because they are black Arabs. Surely, this is what we stand for in Africa. It is sad. It is very sad that 93.4 million people registered, wasted taxpayers' money to register them, but only 30 million will turn up. 63 million will disappear and sit at home. What a tragedy of Africa. Chinawa Achebe, the same offer from the same country, said the trouble of Nigeria is that. He said the trouble of Nigeria is that. If you read the book on page 53 of Chinao, Things Fall Apart, he will tell you that Obierika was telling Okwongo that, my brother, you have been away for too long. A white man, Buhari, has put a knife on the things that held us. Let's change it nicely. Buhari has put a knife on the things that held us together. The Umofia clan has fallen apart. The people of Nigeria are being slaughtered day in and day out. The torture of the people of Nigeria, the people of Biafra, Southeast, in Enugu, in Onitsha, in all those places, those who are being butchered, the younger men killed because of they say they want the freedom, they want a referendum. Give them a referendum and stagger their departure. The bigger countries in the East, in the West, that also hold a referendum, like Britain. Britain holds a referendum to leave European Union, but it doesn't want Nigeria to hold a referendum to give the Biafra the right to exist. What a contradiction. What type of the world are we in? I speak today, and as I speak and I talk to many, to the millions of you people who take this clip, that remember me. I've stood for the people, the oppressed people of Africa, the people of Amazonia across in Cameroon. They suffer the same fate. The people of Amazonia are slaughtered like you are slaughtered across in Nigeria. The struggle for a better Africa, a united Africa, cannot emerge when one part of the Africa is bleeding. You cannot emerge with one Africa bleeding. One part of Africa is bleeding, and you tell us to unite. Unite and do what when there's blood flowing? The huge blood that flows. Buhari told us that within 100 days, I will be able to dismantle Boko Haram. It is very sad, therefore, Buhari himself became Boko Haram. He became the commander of Boko Haram. What a tragedy of Africa, surely, ladies and gentlemen. 100 days, I'll finish Boko Haram. We gave him the first term. We gave him the second term, yay. He has now left Nigeria worse than he found it. Boko Haram is not gone. Our daughters are being kidnapped. We might not find the women in Nigeria at all. We might only find the men, because most of the women have been kidnapped, taken by Boko Haram. Let Africa stand up and hear me. Let African Union hear me. An African Union that listens to only Buhari, who has become a commander of Boko Haram instead of a commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Defense Forces. A Buhari who cannot call external help. He hasn't called external help to allow Nigeria to be helped to remove Boko Haram from Maiduguri areas in the north, in the northeastern, northwestern. What a shame! What a shame to all of you, the people of Africa who are watching Nigeria, what type of elections? Is this an election or it is just a selection? The voter apathy will prove me right. On Monday, when I return here, I fight for this great continent. I have no reservations. At my age, I'm prepared to put my life down for this continent. We are prepared to take on African Union that has been captured by the West, the same companies of Total Oil and the Shell BP that have created Nigeria a bad name, a bad place, a bad human rights abuses. They are the same companies that have captured our African Union. They destroy it every day. They have ordered. How do you make an agreement? How do you sign an agreement, as if there was a warring party where people fighting? What type of election is this that you sign a pact, an agreement? What agreement are you signing? Was there a war? Have we gone back to 1967? What a circus. What a circus. A British national with a British passport, kidnapped, detained in a cell, left in a cell. Nobody in the British institutions is talking about it. Why? Is there some conspiracy? Is there some conspiracy? Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you good luck. Ours is not to advocate for violence. Ours, a state where I come from, we have suffered half of our independence. We have been killing each other. We killed each other until the war stopped in 2008. We might die of poverty, but today we don't die of guns being killed, a war being waged on our soil in my country, Uganda. I therefore call upon the African people, and especially the people, that whoever takes over power, however sham the relationship is, the election will be, to develop what we call a redemption strategy. A redemption strategy which I introduced in Uganda, in Juba, in the Juba peace talks, which I brought of healing. There is a redemption strategy, the healing process. We know there is a problem in our countries, especially in my country. But at least we know there is no free and fair election in a third world country. Where do you find it? Where? Where do you find a free and a fair election in a third world country? It's not there. South Africa tries, the only country on African continent that tries, because it uses a post-election, a proportional representation system. That's why people in South Africa vote and go home. They don't die, they don't fight over elections. But in all African countries, there is a problem about elections. Kenya, Tanzania has made a one, but almost you don't petition the presidential elections. Whoever wins with the highest percentage becomes the president. They have stabilized their country. They have stabilized their country. You can vote. I've not told anybody not to vote. You can go and vote. That's it. But I am talking today about the voters' apathy. Why would we waste all that naira, almost billions and billions of dollars, to register people? Then they don't come up to vote. It means something has gone wrong. it means the state has collapsed. It means governance has collapsed. Ambassador Okero, you and I worked together long time ago. You are from Uganda. It is true, we have a deficit of democracy, but we don't have war. The type of war which is in this state called Nigeria at the moment, it will not give a human being passion to go and vote. My co-host Miriam, just say a few words and thank the people. I have eaten all the words. Ambassador, you keep on putting your hand down. Can you come up and tell me why you are putting your hand down, please? Because I'm an elder and I will want to hear another person. Ambassador, now you can speak. Ambassador Okero from Uganda, you are on the platform. Yeah, because you maybe I have not chosen you to speak.
You, Dr. Machanga, you animated my spirit. You stirred me up when you were talking very passionately about Africa and how peace, tranquility, and all glorious things have eluded Nigeria. And I was actually stirred up, and I said, yes, a statesman is speaking, a Pan-Africanist is talking. But well, when you begin to talk about Uganda, and you said, whereas we have there is no war in Uganda.
Hold the horse. Ambassador, hold the horse. I want to give you time to speak. Why I spoke about Uganda is for the last half of our independence, we spent time, Idi Amin overthrew our first good government. We went to exile. You know very well, you and I came back fighting on foot. We liberated that country. We gave it a new president. He was taken down, 68 days. We gave him another new president, 1 year and 22 days, he was taken down. We moved on. We had a military commission. That's where we met you and me. You used to see me. We worked so hard to restore democracy by allowing elections. Bad elections in Africa create a problem. You and I belong to one party. That is Uganda People's Congress. And I don't want to miss my words. The 1980 elections were a sham elections. Let's agree. Because if I look now, at that time, I could not see. But when I look at the way the tactics that we used at times, I must apologize on behalf of my late president who is gone to see his maker. And I will say, I think we had a problem. Now, Uganda moved on, 1985. Our own generals came and overthrew us on 27th July, 1985. We left that country. We left some of you behind. Ambassador Okero, you know very well. You have struggled through all the thickness, the war, the Lakwena, the Lord Resistance Army, Akonyi, every war, the UPF of Teso, every area, the Nile of Renzori, all these wars have been there. I want to tell you, frankly, that in 2005, we finished the war. The last war in northern Uganda, I stood firm. I went to look for the younger men. I put them on the table. They agreed. They are no longer a threat to our sovereignty. Although they could be a threat to other countries, we are not international policemen. Ours is to secure our borders. Uganda is security-wise, is very secure. No war is taking place. But when it comes to democracy in Uganda, I speak my mind out. We don't have a full-fledged democracy.
You are right, doctor. Let me just make a point that I wanted to.
Ambassador, that's where I annoyed you. So
no, you didn't annoy me, senior. You did not annoy me. It's just the disagreement is very normal. So you just made a point. Thank you. Just let me make my submission. I'll give space for others. You made a submission that
Ambassador Okero, we lost you.
Hello, I am here. Hello.
Okay, thank you very much, Miriam.
Yeah. Hello, I'm here. Of course. Are you getting me now? Hello.
Miriam.
So you made a submission. You made a submission that if one part of Africa is hurting, then it means the entire Africa is not sound.
Okay, thank you.
Are you getting me? Are you getting me?
Hello, we can
invite.
I think Dr. Batsanga is not hearing me, and I've not completed my statement.
Punchline, can you come up, please?
Hello?
Are you still there? Radio Punchline Africa. Where are you?
Dr. Matsanga, I was still making my submission, and I'm to conclude just in a matter of 1 minute or less.
Yeah, we are having, sorry, Ambassador, we're having a problem with our connection. I think both from the studio and from Dr. Matsanga's side. So there's a bit of a confusion there.
Come here to do a postmortem. Ambassador Okero, I think you have feared to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, on Monday we shall be doing a postmortem of the elections in Nigeria. Radio Punchline Africa, where are you? Where are you? Stephen in Nairobi, where are you? Okay, thank you very much, Miriam. Thank you, all of you. I want to thank you very much. God bless all of you.
There's a bit of a connection problem, so I think it would be prudent if we just ended.
9:15 for a postmortem. By then, results would have started trickling in, and we shall see. But believe me or not, Gloria, what do you have to say? You have something, Gloria, to say? Gloria?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, everyone. I wanted to respond to the other, is it Miss Tweet? But I think you're already closing, so I'm not going to spend too much time. So everyone could just have their time. But I just wanted to just quickly, before we leave, when she said we should give chance for P2B, since Biafra, we've been trying for Biafra and it's not forthcoming. So I just want to quickly say to her that when you are doing something or pursuing something.
Gloria?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can somebody hear me, please?
We can hear you.
They can hear me. They can hear me. Doctor, I think your connection or something is so I'm quickly gonna round up quickly since the network is bad.
Okay. Thank you very much. And the gentlemen, do you hear me now?
Yeah, they can hear you, but can I finish what I was saying?
Okay, thank you very much. I think we have a problem today. I want to take this opportunity to thank you all. God bless you. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy your holidays, wherever you are, those in America. Thank you very much. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. Something has gone wrong.
We are hearing you.
But it is okay. We have come to an end. I was calling you, Stephen, to come and give music to the platform as people I don't have extra energy now. I don't know why you have gone down. I don't have extra energy. Come in and come back to the platform. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, all of you. God bless you.